The story of the first lieutenant of the 11th Cavalry during the Vietnam War.
This is a photo of First Lieutenant Ward Abbott of Inglewood and Leslie the Spider Monkey mascot of his 11th Armored Cavalry Unit in Loc Ninh, South Vietnam in 1968. When First Lieutenant Ward Abbott arrived in Vietnam aboard a purple Braniff airline, he was a well-educated seasoned soldier. He was a graduate of the Citadel in Charleston, South Carolina. He also spent his first year in the Army stateside as the executive officer of a headquarters company, but he wanted to see action in Vietnam. We flew into Bien Ho, and I was taken by helicopter to my unit, the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment, he said 50 years later. I replaced a platoon leader who had been killed. I wondered what I was getting myself into. I was in command of 8 armored cavalry assault vehicles. Each one had 4 people, 2 gunners on either side, a man with the M79 grenade launcher in the back, and a driver. I was responsible for 32 people. Each vehicle was armed with a .50 caliber machine gun and 2 M60 machine guns on either side. The 11th Cavalry was a hot outfit that could strike the enemy by air or in armored vehicles. They were in demand. Their regimental commander, Colonel George S. Patton Jr., was the son of the legendary World War II tank commander. To put it mildly, I was very disappointed in Colonel Patton. Instead of softening up a target with artillery or airstrikes, he'd call in the infantry, and we'd experience a lot more casualties. I had the feeling he was trying to glorify himself. I have very little respect for him, Abbott said. During my first 4 months in Vietnam, I received a Silver Star and 3 Bronze Stars with Combat V's for Valor, Abbott recalled. It was a very active 4 months. My main concern, I wanted to get as many of my men back home as I could. His unit was near Loc Ninh, along the Cambodian border, part of the Ho Chi Minh Trail, when they ran into a reinforced battalion of North Vietnamese army troops. A firefight broke out in the jungle. My lead vehicle of 8 that I was commanding was hit by an RPG, and 2 of my people were seriously wounded. The RPG had penetrated the aluminum that our vehicles were made of and exploded. The 2 gunners eventually died.